bags from Prada, rolling up. Problems, only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I get back.
Hello. All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the home of the Ravens. Sold out M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one. Between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens.
Check 53, he can't hang. He's not going to get one.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. This pass into the arms of Snead. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Jackson looking to throw on third. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson eluding the pressure right. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. From the gun, Jackson escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. This is brought in by Gibson. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, he's got it to Ingram, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Well, the second down throw on target, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Ready? You ready?
First down. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Breeze. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 30.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
That's it, baby.
The starters now defensively for Baltimore.
And free safety Earl Thomas has a list of accomplishments as long as anyone's arm. But the thing I think about with him at all times, no matter what happens in front of him on the defensive end of the ball, he's back there to erase any mistakes that happen. The top guy in the league, as far as I'm concerned, in that category.
This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Jackson flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll get 4 yards on the carry there, and we will get to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here he gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Check.
The Ravens on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on first and second down and it's first and second and goal. And then on third down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it first and 10. Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. They get 2nd and 7 coming up. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll try to draw now with Chubb. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That good for 19 and a first down. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To throw, it's Breeze. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Breeze. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try. I don't know how good I am, but it does.
He's got a man complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. This one complete to Ingram. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing. So here comes the pressure, and the Browns block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. In for the score as his guys are back within a single score.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They started on the ground with Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. On the ground, it's Eckler. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
A quick throw complete out to Beckham. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A huge play there on the screen pass. 45 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. AFC title game, second quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. In a bit, the coach is with us per usual as we start to look ahead, Charles, to our potential matchups in this year's Super Bowl.
Break it down, Coach. Break it down.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10, and he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Jackson on first down. They go screen. This is Ingram. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing again on second down. Jackson escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A big play there. 59 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at the big game, their big playability. They can strike from anywhere.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A final shot before half for Breeze. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Yeah, who has time for a halftime show with a trip to the Super Bowl on the line? Let's get back to it. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Breeze. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A run for Nick Chubb. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He finds his target, Beckham. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Chubb. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Breeze now to throw. Completes it to Hearns. And down inside the 15 he goes. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Breeze now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd and a yard, Breeze. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And the pressure gets to him again. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
Ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. This time, Jackson will throw it.
Well, they have that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now Landry. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Patrick on Wassor. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Jackson now, dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Breeze. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a 1st down. Breeze now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson. And again, it's Chubb. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Breeze. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Breeze to throw again. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Good job.
Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Now Eckler, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. 1st down, and they stick with Eckler. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson flushed out right. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 32-yard line.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push. And what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Here's Eckler. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. On the draw, this is Ingram. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Eckler, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. On 2nd down now. It's Ingram, and he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mack Wilson drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Now Breeze. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Breeze now. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise, this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Throwing now is Breeze. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Patrick on Rossor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Once more, here's Eckler. And nothing but daylight ahead. 30, the 20, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Austin Eckler, 89 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, they've been part of the cream of the crop in the AFC all season. It's becoming more and more evident that they're going to get a shot to play for that Super Bowl title.
The momentum has been building, and you mentioned how well they've played throughout the season. It's all come together for them, and they are really laser-focused on being that team to represent in the Super Bowl.
They have been dominant in this one, and they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Ready? We're waiting. Check.
Breeze now on first down. It's caught by OBJ. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Breeze again. It's caught. Beckham. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taywan Taylor there to make the grab. And the Browns get a score closer. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And who's got it? I think the Ravens do, yes. And they're going to win this football game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And all